Hi Libras, and welcome to your March 2022 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky, coming on to talk to you about your energy for the month ahead. Welcome back, Libras. I hope you're having a nice end of the astrological new year and preparing for a wonderful equinox coming on the 21st of March. Let's talk about what this time means for you. So, intuitive messages for Libra. Yes, there's a complete ending, beginning, and cleanse coming in for you during this time. So you have the Magician, the number 1 card in the tarot, and you have the World, the number 21. While you don't have the Fool, which is the 0 card, you do have first and last here. So there's a feeling of really great alignment with the natural movement of time. I mean, you've got the ending and the beginning coming during that equinox week. Wow, that's incredible. Just automatically jumping out at me. The 21st card, ending card, and the first card, the Magician, during the end and beginning of the year cycle. So I think that this is probably going to be one of the most really awesome equinoxes you may have ever experienced. So you might be in a huge ending phase, and coming right after that is a brand new birth of beginning energy as well. It's very fertile energy for you, and at the same time, it's probably a lot to process what you're going through during this time, just from the extent that you might have a hard time like understanding, how do I let go of all of this and how do I invite all of this new energy in, which is why we're here today to talk about how we do that. For you, Libra, it deals with letting some things fall through, or letting some things feel unstable in the beginning of the month, and seeing like how you would like to move forward, or how you would like to restart, okay? Because you have a major restart coming here. And for everyone, especially at the beginning of March, it can feel a little bit destabilizing. Like, how can I balance both of these worlds? How can I continue in an old way and also step into a new form, okay? And it seems to me like it contradicts, or there's a bit of a conflict that we have to purge or cleanse through energetically in order to step up to these new plates here. The main thing that I feel for you this month, Libra, is that you have a new relationship with self-confidence coming in, and also a new relationship with teamwork. So it's almost hard to do it all yourself, or it's hard to, with the Three of Pentacles and the Six of Wands, it's like you need a procession, or you need a team, or you need people helping you to move through this. So it's kind of like learning a new neurological system, or it's like developing a new muscle memory, as the old muscle memory, which saw you being very self-contained and very independent, may not be very relevant now, and it might be out of time. So we have to think about, how can I connect more with others, and how can I receive more support, or how can I have more numbers, behind me or with me. Basically, it's a very diplomatic time for you, I feel. And you don't have to be a hermit. You don't have to be totally kind of concealed now. I feel Libra had to be concealed for a long time, and now you're kind of stepping out and having to trust that the universe puts the right people on your path. So anything that has you saying, like, I'm going to do everything myself, I'm going to be completely 100% solitary, will be a bit difficult during this time, or it will really show how difficult that can be, having to like build your own fires per se, or having to, do so much on your own. Like, it's nice to have help now. It's nice to have people on your side. It's nice to have support. Okay. So maybe as Libras, we have to really find out how we can be more supported, or what choices we're making that are leading to a lack of support, and really change that stuff up here. Let's talk about your week-to-week, Libra, so I can understand a little bit more about this. In the first week of March, you have the Tower rooted down by the Seven of Swords reversed. So that's automatically like the last bit of this kind of turmoil, or this really hard paradigm that I feel you were in for a long time. It's ending by the second week, but the first week could really be the most dense point, where it's like, gosh, these two things that I want out of my life just cannot exist in the same sphere. Okay. And I would invite you guys, this is really interesting because I'm also feeling this for Scorpio, which is the sign that comes after you. It's like somehow you've got to find how it comes together, or you've got to find how this old world and this new world experience merges, or how you can blend things instead of having them being demarcated or completely separate. So how we can integrate, how we can merge, how we can pull together things in our life is really the best talent to have. So you might have certain things in your life where it's like, on one hand, I really want to be self-employed. And on the other hand, I really want to be out of the house and be like connecting with a lot of people. And it becomes this kind of contradicting thing where it's like, how can I have both of those things? Somehow they have to merge together, or somehow you have to connect your like self-employment to group events or something. It's very hard to understand how that really works, but I think that again, this is a hypothetical example where it's like you're not going to really want to get rid of either of those things. Like you're not going to want to be like, okay, I've got to sacrifice my social life to be self-employed, or I've got to go get a more like a job at a company or something in order to have more of a social experience. So there's like, how do we satisfy both of these wants? Okay. I'm also seeing for some Libras, it's like, I do not want to be single, but I also cannot like live in a monogamous context. Okay. So again, it conflicts. And how do we merge these things together? Can we merge these things together? Can we have both? Sometimes the universe doesn't give us both. Sometimes it's a no. Sometimes, polyamory is not the appropriate resolution to this conflict. Okay. So that's also what I'm seeing for you. It's like some of this stuff just was never meant to be merged, or some of this stuff was never meant to be both, So maybe this really is about stepping out of one or choosing one. Okay. Maybe this is about saying, okay, I've had my time in like self-employment per se, and I can always go back to that. But at a certain point in time, I have a new career ladder, and it involves me working with other people now. Okay. For some of us, it's like, okay, I've been single for a long time, and I really enjoy those freedoms or those, moments of not having to consider another person's, trajectories in the context of my own. But at the same time, I am getting tired of the financial context of being single, or I'm getting tired of also the difficulty of cooking for myself every night, and the impact of being single on my diet is not great. So it's like at a certain point in time, I have to choose, like, do I want to have a change, or do I want to just move on or evolve and trust that process of evolution? Maybe I can be in a relationship and still have certain freedoms. Maybe I can, be employed elsewhere and still have a great home office. Maybe there are ways that these things can merge together, but maybe there are also evolutions that we have to have in order to, really be okay, and to not actually move into the new territory with all of this stuff. Maybe some of this stuff does need to be transcended. So that's going to be the thing in the first week, is like making these decisions or having these evolutions or having certain things leaving the experience and feeling really great. I mean, Seven of Swords reversed, it's been coming up a lot this month. Like, we can't handle all this sharpness. We can't be carrying all these sharp things and not knowing what we're doing and being clumsy like that. We've got to put the swords down. Okay. Second week, you've got the Six of Pentacles rooted down by the Nine of Pentacles. I think it's also just about having space and having security as well. So I would say anything that is a big threat to your own security is not a great way forward at this time, because it's indicated that you have kind of a contract with security, or you have a very well protected security. So I would keep maintaining that. Week 3, this is the big week for you, Libra. Equinox, astrological new year, 3rd week of March, having the World and the Magician there. This is a new portal for you. This is and I've got to write that down. This is not just a new portal. This is like sorry, I'm knocking stuff over as I'm finding a pen. It's not just a new portal. It's almost a cellular update, okay, like at the cell level. It's almost like your body is having a complete new experience of homeostasis and an infinite new, incredible relationship with the world. So you might see that how you're connecting to other people or your role in society or who you are growing as is completely changed now. And it's a new muscle memory. We don't have experience there. I talked in the 2022 year ahead forecast about how the year of 2022 is not a year of muscle memory. It's not a year of, having done this so many times that we just don't really have to think about what we're doing that much. For the most part, for most people, we do have to try something new, or we have to cultivate a new ground in some ways, or live in a climate we've never lived in, or live in a type of work that we've never lived in before, or consider a path that we have no context with. And that's the most beautiful thing for you in the third week. By the fourth week, you've got the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Wands. You also have the Six of Pentacles, but Six of Wands rooted down by Three of Pentacles. So self-confidence is really at the root of everything. And the way that you portray yourself in a group, okay, the way that you stand or your posture while you're with your team or with your coworkers, with your acquaintances, with your colleagues, that kind of is everything for you. A lot of your experience seems to me to be revolving around posturing or revolving around pomp or like grandiosity in a way. There's kind of a grandiose way that you can hold yourself that will actually make up for some of the hard work that you've been doing for a long time. So it's less about hard work and more about posture and more about how you portray yourself now. And you could really get a boost of confidence from a team or from a team project, from a group project. It seems hard to be totally alone or totally isolated in a work or an employment during this time. And you might want to consider like even mundane group projects or collective action projects or art that is done by many people at once. That could be interesting. But let's talk more about this group expansion and this new posture in your extended reading, Libras. I will link it below and in the center of your screen now. And come check out the Patreon page. I do weekly forecasts every week on Saturdays, which are only available over there. And you get these readings early, extended, and ad-free over there. So let's check that out. I'll talk to you soon, Libras. Bye.